Playoff football's back, baby. So is Sam Lubman in the back. Let's go. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I should say. It's the pregame show, Joe Spadoni. I'm fired up. We got playoff football to react to. A lot of bad games, just going to be honest right there. But nonetheless, the 49ers know their opponent next Saturday night will be football night at Levi's Stadium. Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur, and the Green Bay Packers, come on down. So all the time we were worrying about last week, leading up to it, who's it going to be? Could it be the Eagles? Could it be the Rams? Could it be the Pack? No, it can't be the Packers. Nah, the Cowboys will win that one. Well, it ends up being that Green Bay Packers squad, which jumped out, oh my God, to a 27-0 lead over the Dallas Cowboys. Oh my. Oh, there truly is nothing like the Dallas Cowboys losing to bring America together. So maybe they are America's team because America feels galvanized whenever they lose. It's truly remarkable. Not the Yankees. Like the Yankees are the evil empire and, you know, they're synonymous with American sports. Duh. Shout out John Sterling. But even when the Yankees lose, and maybe that's because it's baseball. The Lakers, okay. Warriors fans, they're enjoying themselves after the Lakers lost because of misery loves company. They lost the Western Conference Finals to the Nuggets. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, that team's in shambles, by the way. We'll get to the Warriors a little bit later. Draymond Green making his return today in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, by the way, just injuries galore. This should be a bounce back for the Warriors after I'll call it a solid loss to the Bucks. You were in the game for most of it. Giannis and co pulled away late, but no Steph Curry, who was out due to rest Saturday night in Milwaukee. Hey, Lester Quinones. All right. Not mad at you. That's a guy I thought we would see a lot more of this season, but with the emergence of Brandon Pajemski, I don't think Steve Kerr and co have needed him, but in this situation, they did, and he showed out. So the Warriors back in action today at 3 o'clock against Memphis right here on 95.7 The Game, your home for Golden State Warriors basketball. And you could stream us all day long leading up to that game and for Warriors Live starting at 2 o'clock with Mark Grandy, who will take your calls after the game as well for Warriors wrap-up. 888-957-9570. That's the number to call or text the Comcast Business Text line. And again, we are streaming all day long, Monday through Friday here on this MLK Day, Martin Luther King Jr. So if you have the day off and you're just like, you know what, 5 a.m., I need to see what Spadoni's talking about. Well, you're a crazy person, but I appreciate you on this holiday as we reflect on Dr. King's message and what he wanted for this great nation and what we still hope for this great nation. I love the idea, and I love what America could be. We got our problems. We absolutely do. I'm not going to go on some, political speech right now and, social problems or anything like that, but all I want to spread is love. And I think that's what Dr. King wanted to spread as well. And we're going to do that in the form of sports here this morning, as it is a football. I almost said Football Friday. It's not. It's a Monster Monday. Yeah, Football Monday doesn't really work, does it? Monster Monday, brought to you by First 5 California. Visit first5california.com right now to learn 4 things you could do to overcome toxic stress. Maybe one of them is not be a Dallas Cowboys fan. Again, Cowboys get shellacked against the Green Bay Packers. 48-32 the final. Wasn't even that close. Poor Guru. 10 o'clock. I'm sure there are going to be some evisceration sensation happening at some point today for the Dallas Cowboys. Mike McCarthy. All of a sudden, is Jim Harbaugh and Bill Belichick, are they players for Dallas? Because I think that job's going to open up either by the end of the day or end of the week sometime. Jerry is not happy. And if he sticks with Mike McCarthy, well, That's just par for the course, what's going on there in Big D. Then they're not serious about winning a Super Bowl because you're not winning one with Mike McCarthy. Green Bay, by the way, undefeated at Jerry's World. Never lost. Shout out LeVar Ball. Including the Super Bowl win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their last win with Aaron Rodgers. But no Aaron Rodgers anymore. Jordan Love at the helm, and he was balling. Do I give them a puncher's chance next week against the Niners? Sure. But my main takeaway, and there's still one more NFC game to be played tonight, I get it. There's also an AFC game that was postponed due to inclement weather yesterday. Buffalo and Pittsburgh going at it today, so it'll be a little doubleheader on a Monday, on a holiday. And if there was the one game that I couldn't get, in the morning yesterday, it's fine. I mean, Bills Steelers, Although, if it was going to be played in a blizzard in the snow, it would have made sense. You know why, Sam? Rudolph was quarterbacking the Steelers. You know about Rudolph in the snow? Oh, 2? Was it fog or was it snow? Okay, it was fog. All right, you know what? I'll back up there. But he still did numbers that Christmas. All right? But after Christmas and it is a new year, Rudolph usually goes bye-bye. So we got Bills, Steelers. For me anyways. If you're into that, that's fine. And then Bucks, Eagles. I got to tell you, the more and more we get closer to this game, I'm liking the Bucks. I don't know why. It's more so I'm not feeling what the Eagles are putting out right now. I'm not expecting this dumpster fire to all of a sudden be put out and everything's all hunky-dory. You bring the garbage cans back inside, everything's all good. No. I don't see that. Now, could they win this game and it could be ugly? Sure, because I don't think much of Tampa Bay in their offense anyways, although they got weapons. Mike Evans is a problem. He is a future Hall of Famer in this league. Chris Godwin, he's a problem. Baker, when he's on, could be a problem. Now, he's battling injuries as well. He has a rib injury he's dealing with. How's that going to compromise him? So, it could be an ugly one in Tampa. Could it be a defensive slugfest? We thought we were getting a massive shootout yesterday when the Lions took out the Los Angeles Rams, 24-23 for the Lions. First playoff win in 30-plus years. How crazy is that? Congrats, Detroit Lions fans. They were panning to some of the crowd, and there's this guy just sobbing. I don't think I'd go that far, but that's the first time in his lifetime he's seen his team win probably. A meaningful game. And when I say meaningful, there's nothing more meaningful than the playoffs. And they're going to get a second home game in Detroit now. Again, courtesy of the Packers. And Dallas wetting the bed. So 888-957-9570. Your takeaway from the weekend so far. And the takeaway from last night's game especially, because it was the only close one. It started off with Houston destroying Cleveland. I don't think any of us saw that. I didn't see that coming. I thought Houston could win the game. I took the Browns because I don't think most of America did because their defense has just been unbelievable. Flacco, to an extent, because he's been playing pretty good for coming off the couch. Turnovers withstanding, and there was a lot of them for him there in this past weekend. But we were all taking Cleveland because of their defense. Myles Garrett, right? Denzel Ward, Tomlinson, all these guys. Niners fans saw them early on. Defense is ferocious. Well, no one told rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud, who lit their asses up. My God. The rookie, 16-21, 274, 3 touchdowns. Damn near a perfect passer rating. Even got Davis Mills an attempt in there. Devin Singletary, 13 carries, 66 yards. But C.J. Stroud was letting that thing fly. Juxtapose that with Joe Flacco, old man Flacco. That's probably his last game in the NFL, right? Probably. And I know it didn't end well, but you know what? In a lost season anyways, that could have been a lost season, I should say, for Cleveland. to even get a playoff berth after losing the guy that you trade heaven and earth for, former Houston Texan Deshaun Watson. He gets hurt. Your backup, PJ Walker, gets hurt. Your backup, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, gets hurt. And then you got Joe Flacco off the couch. And for a moment in time, it looked like, wow, could Joe Flacco have a Nick Foles type run here? He didn't. Comes up short in Houston as the Texans now still await today's game. A lot of implications on the AFC side with today's matchup, obviously. Steelers, Bills. If the Steelers win, which would be nuts. I had to pause there because I was like, that's not happening, right? But if the Steelers win, all of a sudden, it's the Steel City going to Baltimore, another divisional matchup. And yes, I didn't laugh at the notion of Green Bay winning, like I'm laughing at the notion of the Steelers beating the Bills here, because I knew what Dallas does in the playoffs. And I know history has shown that, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, they could have little temper tantrums on the sidelines. Josh Allen could throw some picks. Weird things can happen in the playoffs, especially if there's elements. I don't know if it's going to be a blizzard like it was today in Buffalo, but we'll see. But I don't, the notion that the Steelers are going to win today, although far-fetched, could happen, in which case they would take on the Ravens. And then you got Patrick Mahomes taking on the Texans. If the Bills win, Patrick Mahomes has his first ever road game in the playoffs, which is nuts. If the Bills win, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs will go on the road to Buffalo, and the Houston Texans will go out to Baltimore. 888-957-9570, the number to call or text, the Comcast Biz text line. Your takeaways of the weekend. In the poll question I had, and you could hit us up on social, follow me at Spadoni_Joe on the app formerly known as Twitter. This is my poll question. What's your confidence level at heading into next week's matchup against Green Bay after this Packers win over the Cowboys? More confident? You less confident? Or are you about the same as before? Over 100 votes in, 50% of you, same as before. And I think that's right. That performance from Green Bay may have given Niners fans just a slight pause. Slight one. Like, okay, we can't sleep on Jordan Love. If we were, then we're officially not. And I don't think the Niners were. Hell, again, during that 3-game losing streak, they lost to PJ Walker of the Cleveland Browns. I don't think the Niners are sleeping on any quarterback. And Kyle Shanahan especially, because you know what? People were sleeping on his last year. So he knows both sides of the coin. But I'm starting to look at this conference, and maybe I'm jumping the gun here. I'm getting ahead of myself, but you know what? That's what I do. Sports talk. That's what we do. We look to the future. All right? And I'm looking. This could not be breaking better for the San Francisco 49ers. Cannot be breaking better for them. And this is what you need in a Super Bowl run. Things to break your way. A little bit of luck helps. I'm not saying this is luck per se, because you still have to go out there and win. But no Rams, who a lot of people thought, including our own Brian Baldinger, former NFL offensive lineman, 95.7 The Game NFL insider, who'll be joining the Morning Roast tomorrow. Baldy knows his stuff. And he said the one team in the NFC that would give him a little pause if they played the 49ers would be Los Angeles. Well, thank you, Detroit. And Jared Goff. And talking about the emotions in that game for Matthew Stafford, for Jared Goff, for Sean McVay, for Dan freaking Campbell biting kneecaps off. You could feel the emotion in that game towards the end there. How much that meant for Detroit. And have they shot their emotional wad, if you will? Maybe. But the one team a lot of us were scared. If you're a 49ers fan, a lot of 49ers fans were scared of was Los Angeles Rams. They're gone. And if anyone was actually scared of Dallas, I don't know what drugs you were on, but they're gone too. I mean, it feels like Dallas's last chance to win in the Dak Prescott era, at least. Might have been last year when that defense was humming and them and the 49ers had that slugfest. And again, came down to turnovers. Dak turned the ball over. Brock Purdy didn't. It was night, see you later. So I'm looking at this conference now in the quarterback play. We'll wait to see what happens tonight, but potentially it could look like Goff, Love, Mayfield. Think about that for a second. Jared Goff, Jordan Love, and Baker Mayfield. And I like Jordan Love. I think he is a rising star in the league. He put the league on notice yesterday, and he's been doing that in the second half of the season. He's been spectacular in big moments. But I think his, little stardom run here is going to end next week in Santa Clara. And then after that, you're potentially awaiting the winner of the Lions-Bucks, and you're hosting that one. And although the Lions looked formidable, they could be had. That secondary could be had. Can their defensive front, put pressure on Brock Purdy? We'll see. Aiden Hutchinson, he had a couple sacks yesterday. He's a baller. He also works over here at KCBS. His alter ego is Stephen Langford. Everything is being scripted perfectly for Niners fans right now. You could not have called a better script. The NFL script writers, that whole meme thing. It might just be a Hollywood ending for the 49ers. Might just be. Don't mean to get in my head of myself, but that's what we do here. All right? Good morning to all of you on the YouTube chat. Powered by First NorCal Credit Union. Just go on and search 95.7 The Game, like and subscribe. Again, it is a Monster Monday here on 95.7 The Game. Didn't even mention this game. Kevin Valentini on the chat. Tua overrated? I called this last week. As Kansas City destroyed Miami. I didn't even mention it because I knew this was going to happen. Chiefs 26, Miami 7. I literally locked it in. You can go download the Odyssey app, hit the rewind feature. I believe it was Tuesday around the 8 o'clock hour, and Bot and I were breaking down some of the matchups. I locked it in that the Dolphins weren't getting double digits. It wasn't even a hot take. It was that offense, that team, that quarterback, and minus 20-degree weather. You do the math. Oh, and by the way, Patrick Mahomes looked good. The offense looked good. Now, Miami's decimated with injuries on their defensive side, Bradley Chubb, amongst others. So put how much stock you want to that, if you will. But I just knew Miami wasn't scoring in that game. Outside of a bomb to Tyreek Hill, they weren't. If they didn't hit on that, they might have scored nothing. That's how inept they were running the ball, which, heading into it, I think a lot of us felt Kansas City's going to dare Tua to throw the ball. They're going to stack the box. You are not going to run on them. Chris Jones, Karlaftis, all those boys on KC are not going to allow you to run. Achane, great year, great season. Not going to happen here. So Tua, throw the ball. Oh yeah, we got some all-pro secondary players now too. Isn't it crazy that the reason the Chiefs, and it makes me sick saying this, makes me sick. The reason the Chiefs might get back to the Super Bowl isn't because of their offense, because of their defense and how stacked it is. Ugh. Any defense like that with that quarterback has a chance to win a Super Bowl. Now, how great of a chance? We'll see. Again, they could lose next week to Buffalo. It could be all she wrote. And I think, again, going to the script for the 49ers, if we're writing the script out, I'd be okay with that. For whatever it is, with Andy Reid, with that team, Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, that quarterback, they just seem to have the 49ers number, and I'm good off playing them. I'm good off that. The Bills, they could be had. Josh Allen loves to throw interceptions. Baltimore, we'll see. That would be a tremendous rematch. Tremendous. But I'm good off Kansas City. 888-957-9570. 49ers taking on the Green Bay Packers. Early thoughts there. Would love to hear them. Or are you just wallowing in the Dallas Cowboys misery? I think America is. Again, it is America's team because America comes together to laugh at them. 10-point favorites for the Niners. That's Bebop Jones right there. That's true. 10 points. I think a lot of us are feeling like this could get ugly. But again, don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Got a whole week to prepare. Never know what happens. Never know. But there is history between these two squads. We do know that. Mike LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, Talanoa Hufanga, who unfortunately won't be there for this game, but he was the hero of last game. These two played in the playoffs in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, right? Then prior to that, you remember back in 2019, where they came all the way here and got destroyed in the NFC Championship game. Destroyed. What are you looking for in this one? That's what I want to know. Because for me, it all comes down to the quarterbacks in the playoffs. Who's going to make the winning plays? Who's going to make the losing plays? And for most of the season, Brock Purdy and that 49ers offense, Christian McCaffrey, have been the reason why this team has won. For the first time in the Kyle Shanahan era, the team's winning because of the offense. Not to say that defense has been disappointing. I wouldn't say that. I think Steve Wilk's done a tremendous job with his defense. They will be tested. Aaron Jones is a problem. Christian Watson is a problem. Eric Armstead, how healthy is he? How big were these few weeks off for him dealing with the plantar fasciitis in his foot? Because he has been sorely missed in the run game. You've seen it the few weeks. Even against Washington, they were able to get the run off a little bit. I'm looking at Nick Bosa being fresh. I'm looking at Chase Young. I'm looking at Randy Gregory. I'm looking at Javon Hargrave. All these guys. The trenches and quarterback play is what determines champions, first round exit, second round exit, whatever. That's what it is in playoff football. The trenches. And we'll have all week to discuss it, but that's where it starts. That's where it finishes. 888-957-9570. Good morning to all of you on the Comcast Business text line. And then, again, if you're out there driving, be safe, be smart, don't be stupid on this holiday. Roadways were clear. No rain in the forecast today. Potential rain in the forecast over the weekend, though. Potential. We're monitoring the situation as I pull up my weather app now because it's been wet here in the Bay. So you know what? I looked at, Levi Stadium. What are we looking at as far as weather is concerned? And Sam, I saw this Saturday. Levi Stadium. Oh boy. 60% chance at 6 o'clock. Are we going to have elements to deal with Saturday night? Woo-hoo! That makes things a little more interesting. And yeah, you're saying, Spadoni, why are you rooting for the elements? I was like, I'm an unbiased observer, baby. And I love me some elements come playoff time. I know Bonte and I were talking last week as I was filling in for Joe Shasky, who is back today, by the way. Joe Shasky obviously dealing with some personal stuff. Papa Shasky, in our thoughts and our prayers, obviously dealing with some serious medical issues. Obviously, our love goes out to Matt Steinmetz, who lost his father last week. So our thoughts are with him as he's dealing with that. But Joe Shasky is back today with Bonte Hill in about, 40 minutes or so. He's going to have a lot to say in regards to the weather and in regards to this matchup. Cannot wait. 888-957-9570. Your early thoughts, the matchup, what you saw over the weekend. It's the holiday. You doing anything for the holiday? Are you off today? And if so, why are you joining me? Why are you doing that this early? Get some sleep. Damn it. It's the pregame show, Joe Spadoni. Come on back, 95.7 The Game.
With heating bills as high as they are, proper weatherproofing is essential. If you're working with a client to upgrade or build a new home, be sure to visit Golden State. They partner with respected brands such as Owens Corning and James Hardie for insulation and siding, as well as Marvin and Anderson for energy-efficient windows. They're a great option for a comfortable home with lower energy bills. Visit GoldenStateLumber.com. Family owned since 1954. Golden State. When you succeed, we succeed.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different? How? You sell high-commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Limitations apply.
If you're looking to get a new car, you could really cut expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive. Sure, you love your old car, but you know it's not normal to give instructions on how to open the window. It should be self-explanatory, but it's not. And notice how when you're in other people's cars, you can feel cushion in the seats? That's pretty nice, right? No, it's just normal. So bundle your renter's and car insurance with Progressive and put the savings toward a new car. It's time. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Whether you're driving for distance, pitching for precision, or putting to win it all, come to the Golf Mart to get custom fit for all your clubs throughout your bag. Hit a few balls and let our team show you the latest swing technology and data that will help optimize your game. Having each club tailored to become your gamers will help you start shooting lower scores. Let the Golf Mart help you make every shot the perfect one. Come in and get custom fit today. The Golf Mart, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now, and the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products, and we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Woohoo! Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes,
95.7 The Game.
Thanks, Tim. Tim Roy will be on the call tonight. Well, today, West Coast time. 3 o'clock tip for the Warriors as they head to Memphis. 1-1 on this home trip. Beat the Bulls Friday. And then Saturday on the back end of back-to-back. No Steph Curry falling to Milwaukee late. Valiant effort, to be sure, from some of the young guys. As Draymond Green. Yes, Draymond Green returns today. Coverage of that starts at 2 o'clock with our very own Mark Grandy with Warriors Live. Before handing it off to the great Tim Roy again, who will be on the call. Tip-off at 3 right here on 95.7 The Game. Be sure to download the Odyssey app for that so you can listen wherever you go. If you're at work, if you're working today, yes, we work today. It is a holiday, MLK Day. But you know what? Doesn't feel like it when you're talking about sports like this. It's one of the awesome perks about doing this. This doesn't feel... I wanted to come in today. In the holidays, I want to come in on a Monday to react to all the stuff that happened over the weekend. CJ Stroud. Patrick freaking Mahomes. Jordan Love. What's Love got to do with it? Whew. Got everything to do with it. You got Dallas spinning. Are they going to fire McCarthy? What's going on with Jim Harbaugh? He's meeting with the Chargers today. Could he meet with Jerry? Could Bill Belichick be in play? If Nick Sirianni gets bounced tonight, could he be on the chopping block? Could Harbaugh or Belichick be interested in that job? Just so much speculation, reaction. This really is the sport. It is. I love baseball. I love basketball. There's nothing like football. And there's nothing like playoff football. And the Bay Area is going to get a taste this Saturday, 5 o'clock, Levi Stadium. The Cheeseheads heading into town to take on the wine and cheese of the 49ers. Joe Shasky, $1 million smile on his face. He's fired up because he loves football. I mean, that game last night, and I'm seeing all of it too. Like, shout out Dan Campbell, man. I was skeptical, like a lot of us were. I mean, you hear about this guy just biting kneecaps off? What are you supposed to think? This guy's not serious. Come on, kneecaps being bitten off? What are you talking about? Well, he was serious about it. And he connects with that city, with that fan base. That's what they needed. Because that's what Detroit represents. Grit. Toughness. Nothing easy. Shout out Zaza. Who was a Detroit Piston? Ugh, Pistons, by the way. Yikes. We won't talk about them. Detroit needs the lines right now. Because the Pistons they're not coming through that door. Michigan, obviously, just winning the Natty. So vibes are good right now in Detroit. And they have a hell of a shot about coming to Levi. Yeah, I was going to get ahead of myself. Coming to Levi's potentially. Always have that caveat. Potentially in the NFC Championship game. They got to take care of business first. Whether that's the Eagles, whether that's the Bucks, we'll find out tonight. That game on ESPN, Monday Night Football. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman on the call. And they were on the call for CJ Stroud against Joe Flacco. And so many little funny storylines there. Obviously Deshaun Watson, but Deshaun didn't even play, so he wasn't even a factor for me. I know the storyline aspect of what they ended up trading, ended up getting Stroud, Will Anderson, all that. I get that. So it wasn't about the player per se. It was about more of the assets. But I just thought it was so cool. You had this old grizzled veteran, Joe Flacco, against the young upstart Houston Texans and the rookie of the year, offensive anyways, should be. And a guy who really should be in the MVP conversation, and he was for most of it, had he not gotten hurt and concussed, obviously maybe he could have stated his case more. And Lamar probably still ends up winning it because the Ravens are just that unbelievable. But CJ Stroud, the decision-making, the touch, the arm strength, the poise in the pocket, knowing when to throw, when not, when to scramble. It's unbelievable. And he's not doing it, with household names all around him. Dalton Schultz, good little player. Solid for the Cowboys, good tight end. Devin Singletary in the running game, good. Really good. Nico Collins, clearly, I've been sleeping on this guy. This is all without Tank Dell now, who was emerging as a rookie stud for that team as well. And they dropped 45 on that Cleveland Brown defense. Now there's a chance they get humbled next week if they play the Ravens. Sure, there's a chance. Hell, they might have to go to Kansas City if the Steelers upset the Bills today. Don't see that happening, but it could. I give them a shot at KC. It's not like CJ Stroud hasn't played in cold weather before. He played at The Ohio State University, Big Ten football. No stranger to playing in the cold. That'd be a juicy matchup, by the way. CJ Stroud versus Mahomes. But hell, it's a juicy matchup next week anyways if he plays the Ravens. CJ Stroud versus Lamar Jackson. The AFC, oh my. And this is what I go back to. And it's no shade at Jared Goff, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, and maybe Jalen Hurts. And he's battered and bruised and broken right now. His hand, it's all mangled. See what they do today. But this is why the Niners, this is the best shot this year to win the Super Bowl. Truly believe that. I truly believe that. The way things are shaping up right now in this conference, just look at the quarterbacks. And that's what I always go to. Who strikes fear into your heart out of these names right now? Jared Goff, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, or Jalen Hurts. Are any of those guys striking fear into your souls right now? No. No. Juxtapose that with what's going on in the AFC. This is what it's going to look like, probably. Final four. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, who I've been a little down on, and CJ Stroud. Unbelievable. And I'm giving all this respect to Brock Purdy, by the way, because I'm taking Brock Purdy over all those guys remaining in the NFC. All of them. Right now, absolutely. Taking him over Jalen, taking him over Baker Mayfield, I'm taking him over Jared Goff, and I'm taking him over Jordan Love. Even though he just had a hell of a performance. I'm taking Brock. Now, Brock hasn't had to rest this long before. I know Bonte was making the comp that, well, he came out week one last year outside of training camp. A little different. Week one, the stakes are not the same as the playoffs. Not even close. It's a home playoff game, potentially in the elements, against a team that's feeling confident, feeling high, and playing with nothing to lose. Everyone expects the Niners to win this game. They'll have all the pressure on them. All of it. Because of what I just laid out. It's right there for the taking. The NFC crown. Are the 49ers going to take it? We'll see. Good morning to all of you on the Comcast Business Text line. Again, 888-957-9570. 408, first thing I read. I'm afraid the NFL will use their script to help the Chiefs and Swifties win due to bringing in more fans. You like that? You like that conspiracy theory, Sam? Ha! The Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl because Taylor Swift. Oh my God. I was actually, and maybe this has already been said and this isn't something new, but I was workshopping this to the missus, who's a big Swiftie. Shout out Jade if you're listening. And by the way, Peacock did numbers, the most, streamed sporting event ever. 23 million, I think, via Peacock. So that's here to stay. Streaming is the way, people. I know we don't like it, but it's the way of the future. It's where everything's going. And don't lie, you have Netflix, or you have Hulu, or you have Peacock, or you have Amazon Prime. You have all these things. You have YouTube TV. It's the way of the future. And it's only going to get more and more like that, more and more, I'm not going to say exclusive, but, more of a cash grab. Because that's what it is. It's a business. But I was workshopping this to the missus. Peacock should have just had a separate Taylor cam. And I think they would have gotten a couple more million viewers. I swear to God. I know it might disgust a lot of you, but if you're just looking at it as a business, why not? You have these courtside cams, you have these under the basket cams. Have a celebrity cam that just shows all the reactions, what have you. Now, Taylor Swift probably think that's a little too much. I get it. She has eyeballs on her constantly as it is. But that comes with the territory, being famous. So a Taylor cam, I'm telling you, is bringing in more and more millions. And Tony Dungy, by the way, Mr. Old Man yells at clouds. It's ruining football, Taylor Swift. Shut up. God. Like celebrities haven't been at games before. God. Just the things we choose to get mad at, it's really funny. I don't care if Taylor Swift watches a game. The people that actually do, it's mostly a joke to me at this point. It's just funny. The people that get angry about it, now I'm actually turning into a Swiftie because it's angering so many people. There's real stuff to get angry at, and that's not one of them. 888-957-9570. We're up against it. More of your calls, more of your texts. Packers, Niners, your initial thoughts there. And Draymond Green returns. What are we going to see from Draymond tonight? I wonder. On 95.7 The Game.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV.
Pregame Show. We're back. Better than ever. Jasky and I discussing babies. Yeah, we like them. We'll keep them, I guess. We're fine. Yeah. Swear to God. The girl dad thing is real. But, oh my God. The screams. I gotta be honest. I gotta curb this. I gotta nip this thing in the bud early. Otherwise, she's gonna be screaming her whole life. Benny didn't have this problem. He's not a big screamer. He's not gonna yell because he didn't get something. But this one, she just walked a couple months ago. Now she's already mine. Everything's mine. Man, I like the tenacity. I like the attitude. She's probably gonna be a great athlete because you know what? She's not taking no for an answer, and she wants it. She sees ball, get ball. That's her. But my God, the screeching. Hope the cops don't show up. Shout out OPD. Alex in San Jose, I see you. Get to you in just a second. 888-957-9570. That's the number to call or text the Comcast Business text line. We've been talking NFL. 49ers, Packers. Early thoughts. My early thoughts? This could not have broken better for the 49ers. This is exactly what you want. This is the script. No one thought it was a possibility. No one even gave us just a chance. It was like, oh, do you want to face the Eagles? Do you want to face the Rams? Packers? Oh, Cowboys aren't losing the Packers. Oh, but they did. Oh, they did. God, that was embarrassing. If you're a Cowboys fan there, oh, that was embarrassing. 27-0. Game was over before you even knew it. Micah Parsons on a milk carton. Stephon Gilmore getting cooked. Looks like his Hall of Fame career's winding down. Deron Bland living up to the last name on defense. Ugh. Just bad. Bad. 49ers, that's the one thing I do not expect from them. Because you know what? Kyle Shanahan, Steve Wilkes, the leaders on that team on offense and defense, George Kittle, Fred Warner, Bosa, Ayuk, Debo, they're not going to allow that to happen. 49ers need to set the tone early and often in this game. That much I do know. What say you, Alex in San Jose, who's on the pregame show, Joe Spadoni? 888-957-9570. What's going on, Alex?
How you doing, Spadoni? Good morning. Happy New Year's to you.
Happy New Year's to you, man. Happy MLK Day. Do you have the day off?
Oh, yeah, I don't. I'm actually working right now.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
I work at 5 in the morning, so I'm here.
Appreciate you.
Happy MLK Day. You know, may he rest in peace. So, I mean, what a day. What a day to be alive, right?
Yes, sir. What do you think about this game, this Niners-Packers matchup?
Oh, I did not see that coming. I guess we have the Packers now yet again. So, I mean, let's run the ball for crying out loud. Let's get some Jordan Mason in there for crying out loud. I feel like Jordan Mason deserves a shot. Guy has, 5 point something a carry, 5.1 or 2 carry? Like, get that boy the ball for crying out loud. So I'm just hoping to let's get some jet sweeps with Debo, and let's go. Shoot.
There we go.
I think it's going to be a good matchup.
That's Alex in San Jose. My guy's feeling great. Alex is feeling tremendous. Sam's face, he's feeling something. He's feeling good. He's working on a holiday. Give my guy a break. He's up at 5 a.m. Appreciate all you lovely people who are also up this early. It might not be early for you. You might be international, like my guy Vic, who's going to come on up here in a second. Guy's from the Netherlands. We call it Holland, those in the know. The Flying Dutchmen out there, and Dutch women. My first call of the day, though, Alex in San Jose. Hey, Jordan Mason needs to get more carries this week. Did not have that on my bingo card. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of more McCaffrey touches, I think, than Jordan Mason. And before Jordan Mason, I'll have a lot more Elijah Mitchell ones, probably. Don't want to burst your bubble, Alex. I do not foresee a Jordan Mason game. If we do, it means it's either a blowout or someone got hurt. So I hope we don't see Jordan Mason, just to, clear the air right there. I think we'll see a lot of Christian McCaffrey. I think we'll see a lot of play action with Brock Purdy. Block Purdy is his persona on X and social media. But I think we'll see a lot, and I think we'll see a nice balanced offense because that's what Kyle Shanahan does, and that's what Kyle Shanahan does to Matt LaFleur in the playoffs, head-to-head. Vic's at home this time. Vic's usually on the YouTube chat. If this is the Vic I know, he's usually in the Netherlands. He probably still is, but he might just be at home. What's going on, Vic? You're on the pregame show with Joe Spadoni.
Sir, I'm still in the Netherlands, but I'll be home in a few months.
Hell yeah, let's go. Are you stationed out there? Do you work in the military? What do you do out there, Vic? If you don't mind me asking.
No. I got my own. business. I'm out here for my wife. She didn't really care for the United States too much. So
okay.
We're trying out the Netherlands for at least 5 years.
There you go. At least there you go. Okay, appreciate you. What you got, buddy?
Oh man, I'm so happy. I don't know if I'm more happy about the Rams losing or the Cowboys losing, but I gotta go with the Rams because I feel like there was just so much hype, and now I'm really curious. Is it more likely that McVay ever wins another playoff game or he retires? And I'm thinking the same about Aaron Donald. And what's the deal with the quarterback situation? That guy's like 40 years old. So,
it's a great question.
What goes up comes down, right? So I think it's coming down now.
No, it's a great question. Thanks, Vic. I appreciate the call. Sean McVay, there was just an article released. I think it was Ian Rappaport. I need to read the whole thing, but it was basically laying out that McVay found his love for the NFL again this year. So I think he's going to be here to stay. And why wouldn't he? Do you see what Puka Nacua did yesterday? Not only did he have the greatest rookie season ever for a wide receiver in NFL history, he also just had the greatest rookie performance for a wide receiver in a playoff game in NFL history. If you're just going by yardage, breaking DK Metcalf's record. So you got him. You got Cooper Kupp. Stafford, that's the question mark. But Stafford played well. Like, I don't leave that game yesterday and wondering about Matt Stafford. His health, sure, but he's 35. Which is crazy because I feel like he should have been like 38, 39. Because he's been in the league since 2009. He's been in the league since I've been in high school. So I automatically assumed he was like 38, but he was so young when he came out. He's only 21 when he came out. So I think they revamp. They got to work on that defense. Aaron Donald, that's a question mark. We'll see. Also, what was Sean McVay doing punting the ball there? I don't understand it. If you hold them to a field goal still because they got good field position, I didn't get it. Nacua obviously got interfered with. They didn't call it. It's the playoffs. You can't expect those things to happen. But he was interfered with. They didn't call it. If you're playing for the fourth down there, which I think they should have done, you get a quick 8, 9, 10 yards, 7 yard, whatever. You get a quick chunk, and then you play off of that. But punting the ball there and trusting your defense, which I know played better in the second half, that was a head scratcher for me. That was a head scratcher for me. Of all the games over the weekend, I mean, that was the one. Obviously, it was the only close game. So you can just head scratch game plans for the other coaches that lost. Joe Flacco just wasn't good. The defense didn't show up for the Browns. Credit to DeMeco Ryans. Credit to CJ Stroud. That's looking like a young tandem that's going to be in the league for a long time. But good for Jared Goff as well. As Vic brought up Matt Stafford. And I thought he had a great game. 367 yards, 2 touchdowns. Should he have come back after looking like he got his head knocked off? Well, apparently he passed the concussion protocol, whatever that means these days. But Jared Goff, I mean, here's a guy, as I do Mike Collinsworth, who was on the call last night for NBC Sports. Here's a guy that was basically told by the organization, we can't win a Super Bowl with you, even though we got to one with you and we only scored 3 points. We don't believe in you, Jared, but we believe the guy in Detroit who has never been to a Super Bowl. So we're going to trade you. You're going to go to Detroit after being in sunny Los Angeles, after helping this franchise through a move and getting us all the way back to the promised land. We're going to ship you off to Detroit. And we're going to bring in Matt Stafford to break in this new building that we got at SoFi Stadium. and Stafford wins the Super Bowl. McVay's happy, Stafford, Jalen Ramsey's there, Odell Beckham's crying, Aaron Donald's crying. Everyone's so happy. And in that moment, I did at least. I was like, man, if you're Jared Goff, that's got to suck. That's got to suck. And maybe he's not that kind of guy. Maybe he's not bitter. These guys are making millions of dollars. I get it. But the human aspect, your team telling you we don't believe in you, that we're going to win the Super Bowl with you, so we're going to go out and get our guy. And then they go out and win that Super Bowl. And then you're struggling in Detroit. It's like, oh, man, we got this guy, Dan Campbell. I don't know. His rocky first year and then second year. And then, you know what? Slowly but surely, you start to see it. They get some upsets here and there. And then they go, how many? 8 straight wins, whatever it was last year to end the year. And then this year, the culmination, right, of everything, all that hard work, all the biting of kneecaps, all of that. Hard knocks. You go out in your first playoff game, home playoff game in 30 plus years, and you play your old team and the guy that took over for you, that stole the girl and married her, and you get to stick it to him. It's got to feel pretty damn good. So I'm happy for Jared Goff. That's my takeaway of the weekend. Morning roast next. Bonta Hill, Joe Shasky, 95.7 The Game.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app.